What's up, YouTube? All right, it's another day, another dollar, and I am headed downtown to an investors guild for real estate. I figured I'd take you along and kind of talk to you the way I don't think I can show it once I get there. You know, you got to always be networking, especially when you live in a social network world. You always got to be looking for the next deal, and you always got to keep your wallet on your hip pocket, because deals come along all the time and you can make a ton of money on. So here we go. All right, so I just pulled up to the Investors Guild. It's in this building. Gonna do some networking and see who the killers are. Anytime you get to a new place, you gotta see who the killers are. See who's the movers and groovers and who's hustling. Those are the people you wanna talk to.
And I honor you and I thank you for being here. And I do thank our members for coming and showing.
All right, so I just got done with the investment group and I just got home. All right, so I work a little different than a lot of, I guess, your normal investors going to seminars. My first step is I always keep a book with me, right? A notebook. This is just like the green Army notebook that you get when you join the Army. Duct tape on it, and it holds all my knowledge, all my little sketches, all my little information, because you got to have something to write all your note taking down that you can go to later and digest the things that you've learned and taken in. I keep all my quotes in here. I keep all my information that I gather, you know, throughout life in here, so I can go back and I can reference it. Okay, so what I do when I go to these functions, I'm not there to actually learn the material, because I can Google and research the material later on YouTube or whatever, and probably get a better speaker than I can there. So that's not the point. The point is the networking, okay? Anytime internships, seminars, workshops, group meetings, you're there to talk to people that are in the atmosphere, talk to people doing the business, the insurance guys and the realtors, the people that are bringing assets to the table, allow to make the process faster for you, and maybe to meet some like-minded people that have the same interests as you, that are willing to swing some big sticks and make some real money, that are hungry. You should really take notes on the process of how they give you that information, how they're conducting the seminar, who in the room is texting or paying attention, who in the room is probably a newbie, who in the room is the big hitters, the guys that are actually the movers and groovers in that network, who is sitting on the front row, who is sitting on the back, who is having those sideways looks when they're listening to the speaker, like, do they believe him or not? How old is the speaker? Do a quick LinkedIn search on the speaker and see, you know, what he's bringing to the table, and is he really worth the salt that he is giving you? I collected every business card at the place, okay? Why? Because one, I want to see how they, I'm not going to show you the cards because that's probably rude, but I wanted to see how they put the cards together, where their names was, their credentials, addresses, were they professionally made or not? Do they have some kind of promotional gig on the back? Who are the wholesale guys? Who are the realtors? Who are the flippers? And then if you're really smart, you would create you a little map on your wall and see who controls what area, and see where the clicks develop if you're looking to get into that group. Psychological things, especially if you're an outsider trying to get into the market. You're not going to get into these markets if you're an outsider or you're a young person without paying the dues. So you need to know this before you even come to the bargaining table, because if you don't have any leverage, most people are not going to talk to you. If they're not going to get anything out of it, and there's not adequate compensation and a deal, as Napoleon Hill would say, then don't be offended when people don't want to pick up your phone calls or come to the same table and make a deal. It's probably not going to happen. So throughout the seminars, I would jot down notes. I jotted down all kinds of notes of things I need to go home and research to bring me up to speed, to maybe some lingo they were talking, or some things that didn't make sense to me. And then any future aspect programs that I could develop as a social networker to make the playing field even for me to compete with the older generation. The older generation is not as social media savvy as the younger generation. So I think, the future will be, how can a younger person leverage his social media experience against an older person's network that has took him 20 or 30 years to build. You might be able to build it in a year or two on social media and level the playing field. But to end this video, it's just going to be a short, concise vlog, a download of my mind into to you guys out there that are looking to not get the same lumps and bruises that I have and experience through me how these deals are working. I would definitely go to every one of these things that you possibly can. And even if it's just to go to the first time for the free time or for the first free of charge meeting in every event in your city, get as many business cards as you possibly can. Shake hands, pat some babies, see what you can learn from these people. Network as much as possible, social media and in person, shaking hands. Walk in assertively, stick your hand out. Have what you're going to say to each person on your mind before you get there. Who you are, what you are, how you do it, and what you have to offer. That way people will want to talk to you. And the rest, have an open mind and just be prepared to learn, because you're going to make mistakes. It's the only way you're going to learn. So I hope this helps some people out there. This is one of the first steps of my philosophies, putting my philosophies on camera, because it's raining and it's going to be raining all week. And I hope this helped. Please like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Comment down below if you got anything to put in on these type of ideas. Love the interaction. Don't forget that I also have apparel for the Yak Motley stuff on yakmotley.com. Hats, shirts, like you name it. Check them out. And don't forget to check me out on Facebook, because that's where I'm depositing these videos. I do a lot of interaction and share a lot of stuff over there. And I'll see you guys later.